Hi everyone, welcome to the recap of Conversation Week 3. This took place on the 22nd of May 2020. So this week we were talking about experiences of moving to the UK. So the first questions that we looked at were, how did you imagine life in the UK would be before you moved here? And why did you decide to move to the UK? Then we talked about first impressions. So what students thought when they first arrived in the UK. Then we talked about how students felt now. Students had lived in the UK for different periods of time. Some had only been here for 3 months and some had been here for 9 years. So there were lots of really interesting different experiences they could compare. Then we talked about living in London. I asked students, what do you like the most about London? And what do you like the least? So what are the best things, the really good things? And what are the things you really don't like? And students thought there were lots of really good things about London. They talked about the opportunities that they had here. And some students thought that people in London were really helpful and friendly. However, there were some bad things. Students talked about litter and the problem that sometimes it's quite dirty on the streets. Students also talked about the fact that London is a very expensive place to live, and that it's expensive to rent a room or rent a house, and it's also expensive to travel around the city. Finally, we talked about what students were going to do in the future. So I asked them, would you like to stay in the UK forever, or do you think you will return to your country? Or maybe you would like to move to a different country. Some students thought they would stay in the UK. They were very happy here and saw their future here. Some other students thought they would stay for a few years and then they would return to their own country so that they could reconnect with friends and family. So why don't you practice answering these questions at home?